Hello friends, welcome to M for Mathematics. This is Kamal. In the previous video, we discussed about the introduction of polynomials. Now in this video, we'll be discussing about the zeros of a polynomial or roots of a polynomial. So to understand this, we'll take one example of a polynomial. Say px is equals to x square plus x minus 2, and the question is to find the value of px at x is equals to 1 and at x is equals to minus 2. So value at x is equals to 1 means in place of x we'll put 1. So first we'll calculate p1. So now input is 1. Input is 1, so it means in place of x we'll put 1. So 1 square is 1, 1 plus 1 will be 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. Now find p minus 2, that is value of px at x is equals to minus 2. So in place of x now we'll put minus 2. Minus 2 square is 4, plus minus 2 minus 2, this is 4 minus 4, which is 0 again. So in both the cases we are getting 0 here, right? So what it means that this polynomial px is having two zeros, that is 1 and minus 2. Why? Because these both values are giving 0. When we are putting x is equals to 1 in the px, answer is 0. When we are putting x is equals to minus 2, the answer is 0. So now we'll come back to the definition. It says a zero of a polynomial px is a number c such that pc is equals to 0. pc means the value of px at x is equals to c is 0, then c will be the 0 of the given polynomial. So it means here in this case x is equals to 1 and x is equals to minus 2 are the zeros of px is equals to x square plus x minus 2. Now look at this part, how to find zeros or roots of a given polynomial. For this we will consider one example. Suppose we have given one polynomial px as 4x plus 3 and we have to find its zero. Now to find zeros of this given polynomial, what we will do, we'll put this px is equals to 0. It means 4x plus 3 equal to 0. We'll solve it for x. So x will be minus 3 by 4. So x is equals to minus 3 by 4. This is the zero of this given polynomial. So in general, if suppose we have a linear polynomial ax plus b, if px is given as ax plus b, then it will have just one zero, which will be given by ax plus b equal to 0, that is ax is equals to minus b, or x is equals to minus b upon a. Just remember that here a should not be 0. Okay, so just remember one thing, that in case of a linear polynomial we'll have one and only one zero. One and only one zero will be, or one root will be there, and that is what minus b upon a. Now the next topic is remainder theorem. So before we begin with this remainder theorem, we'll discuss about division of polynomials. So we'll take one example. Divide px is equals to, px is x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 by another polynomial gx is equals to x plus 1. So first of all, to divide this px by gx, we'll check whether our given polynomial is in standard form or not. Standard form means it should be in the descending powers of x. Okay, so whenever we are dividing, just remember this as a rule, that we will check whether the given polynomial is in the standard form or not. Standard form means it must be, the degrees must be in the descending power. So here it is already in the standard form. Gx must be in the descending order. Degrees must be in the descending order. So here it is. So now we'll start our division. It is 3x square plus 3x plus 1. So now how to divide? Look at the first term of this dividend, that is x cube, and divisor's first term is x. So just, this is our rough work. Divide it, we'll get x square. So it means first we'll multiply it by x square. So we'll multiply with this x square, this x plus 1. So it will become x cube plus x square into 1 will be x square. Now the normal division method will subtract. So this is x cube and this is minus x cube. The signs will change, right? So x cube and minus x cube will be cancelled out. What is left here? 3x square minus x square will give you 2x square, and rest of the things as it is. Now the term of the dividend is 2x square, and here we have x. So check what is required now, 2x. So we'll multiply by 2x now. So it will become 2x into x will be 2x square. 2x plus 1 will be 2x. Subtracted again, the sign will be changed. This 2x square will be cancelled out. 3x minus 2x will give you x, and plus 1 as it is. Now the term of the dividend is x and divisor's first term is x, which will give you 1. So now we'll multiply by 1, which will give you x plus 1. So when we subtract, nothing will be left. So remainder is 0. Here your quotient will be x square plus 2x plus 1, and remainder is 0. Now we have this division algorithm which says that dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So as per this question, dividend is px, divisor is gx, will represent quotient with qx, and remainder is rx. So this is the division algorithm for polynomials, where Rx is equals to 0 or degree of Rx will be less than degree of gx. Okay, remember this part, that Rx may be 0, like in this case we got remainder is 0, or degree of Rx must be less than degree of Gx. So this is very important part for this remainder theorem. In this division algorithm, Px is equals to Gx into Qx plus Rx. Just you need to remember 2 points which are very important. Degree of Px will be greater than or equal to degree of Gx. And the second point is degree of Rx must be less than degree of Gx, or Rx will be 0. Look at this example. Divide Px 3x4 minus 4x cube minus 1 minus 3x by this Gx minus 1 plus x. So our first step is to check whether given polynomial is in standard form or not. So here it is not in the standard form. So first we'll arrange them in the standard form, and same with the Gx. We'll check whether Gx is in the standard form or not. So here both the expressions, they are not in the standard form. So first we'll write them in the standard form. So minus 1 plus x, it must be in the descending order of exponents. So it is x minus 1, and then we'll divide our dividend, that is 3x4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1. Now we have arranged in descending order of exponents. So now here first term is 3x4. Why I am doing all these examples? Because these are required, these results will be required to prove or to explain this remainder theorem. Okay, so here 3x4 and first term of divisor is x, so it will give you 3x cube. So first we'll multiply it by 3x cube. So we'll multiply x minus 1 by 3x cube. So it will give you 3x to the power 4 minus 3x cube. We'll subtract, the sign will be changed. This will become minus and this will become plus. So this is cancelled. Minus 4x cube plus 3x cube will give you minus x cube minus 3x minus 1. Now, this term is minus x cube. So what we'll do, divide it by the first term of the divisor, that is x. So it will give you minus x square. So now we'll multiply by minus x square. So this minus x square will be multiplying with x minus 1. It will give you minus x cube and plus x square. We'll subtract again. So this sign will change and this will become minus. This is cancelled out. Now if you look at this, there is no term with x square. So this x square will come as it is. Then minus 3x minus 1. Now the next term is minus x square. And here divisor is x again. So it is minus x. So what we'll do, we'll multiply it by minus x. So it will become minus x square plus x. Subtract again, this sign will change. This will be cancelled out. Minus 3x minus x is minus 4x minus 1. Now finally we have this minus 4x and the divisor is x. So it will give you minus 4. So now we'll multiply by minus 4, which will give you minus 4x and plus 4. Subtract it, the sign will change, cancelled. Minus 5. In this case, remainder is minus 5. I'm just writing R for the remainder, and quotient is this. So just remember this result. We'll use it in the remainder theorem. So this is how we are going to divide a polynomial px by given polynomial gx. Now move to remainder theorem. For this, let Px be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1 and let a be any real number. What it states, if Px is divided by a linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is Pa. If we are dividing Px by this linear polynomial x minus a, so this a and this a, they are same, then remainder is Pa. What it means? In Px, if you replace this x by a, so this Pa will give you the remainder. So in this case, there's no need to divide actually. Okay, with help of remainder theorem, we can directly find the remainder with help of this Pa. So if you look at this example which we have done earlier, that divide Px 3x to the power 4 minus 4x cube minus 1 minus 3x by gx is equals to x minus 1. In that case, we were getting remainder as minus 5. Now I'll show you that how with the help of remainder theorem we can directly find the remainder. Okay, so in this case my Px is 3x4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1, and I'm dividing by this gx, that is x minus 1. So if we compare with the statement x minus a, and here we have x minus 1, so my a is 1. In this case a is 1, so we'll find P1. Just check. 3 and 3 got cancelled. Minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5. So remainder was minus 5 only. So with help of remainder theorem, we'll save our time and directly we can find the remainder. Now one more example with help of this remainder theorem. Example is, find the remainder when x to the power 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1 is divided by x minus 1. So in this case, Px is x4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1, and we are dividing by this x minus 1, so put x minus 1 equal to 0, we'll get x as 1. So this is my a. So now as per remainder theorem, remainder will be P1, right? So what is P1? We'll put in this Px, x is equals to 1. So everywhere in place of x, we will put 1. One to the power 1 plus 1, 2 minus 2 plus 2. So 2 got cancelled. So this is 2. So remainder is 2. So this is how we are going to apply remainder theorem. So this is all about remainder theorem. Now in the next video, we'll be discussing about one more theorem, that is factor theorem. Keep watching M for Mathematics. Thank you.